Hi, I'm Ron Paulk. So I'm here waiting on the Seahawks 49ers game to start, and I'm taking this time listening to the other games in the background while I edit, work on editing day 3 of the Smart Woodshop, Building the Smart Woodshop series. And I get a lot of emails, a lot of questions, a lot of comments. Hey, we're waiting to see the build series that you promised. When are you going to release it? And I don't really have an answer. So what I thought I would do is make this quick video, show you kind of what's going on behind the scenes, give you an idea of what's in front of me, and maybe whet your appetite that it'll be worth the wait. But you know, again, it's a lot of work, so I'm not sure about how much time. It's fun work, but it definitely is time consuming. So here's what I've got going. This is the building the workshop series of my videos. So you know, I've got day 1, all the videos. I've got day 2. These are all done. So you can see all the videos in there. So folders with videos inside of folders. I'm working on day 3 right now, so you can see all of these folders, each one with their videos. And then these are all organized, labeled as main or as B-roll, so that when I bring them into Adobe Premiere Pro, you know, they're somewhat organized. So there is 37 days here. And I don't have any days. I quit recording when I started loading the trailer. I was moving the cameras around, trying to record that. And, you know, because I was focused on loading the trailer, getting things in the right place and all of that, rather than, you know, try to move the cameras around and try to get good angles. It just didn't work. But I did stop and make videos as I was going. So I did, and I'll do some more of those as well because I'm still organizing drawers and working on things. So I'm going to have videos about that. This is a long process. What my goal is it takes a lot longer to make the videos. I'm going to spend more time editing these videos than I could go back and build the trailer again. It's going to take longer to go through this than the actual build time, and realize that the cameras and stuff, the build time was multiplied by many times over. So don't be fearful if you decide to build yourself a trailer. It's going to take you all this time. It really isn't. If you know, have the plans or have an idea, your own plans, and you watch the videos, you see how I do it, the tools that I'm using, you really could go down in a full-time week, 2 weeks on the outside, and have a completely finished awesome rolling toolbox or smart mobile rolling toolbox, smaller mobile rolling toolbox. So, but again, you know, 37 days, I finished 2 days, I'm working on 3. It's taking between 8 and 14 hours per video day. So you know, I didn't even work full-time days. I worked 4 to 6 hour days because I was of actual production, because I was doing the videos. So it's taking, you know, longer actually to edit and get it down. And ironically, day 1, which took 11 hours to edit, is a 3-minute video. I'm trying to compress them down, speed them up, do the voiceovers, because I want to pass on the information and the flow to get you the information. But obviously you don't want to sit there and watch me rip 20 sheets of plywood down to different sizes and then crosscut. So I show you a few different ways how I'm doing it. You see the workflow, and I'm talking you through it. So you know, I think they're going to be very worthy. But again, I don't want to bore you. I want it to be interesting, entertaining, and most important, informative, and to be a good resource for you to go back and look at them. So let's get out of here. I'll drop this on the other screen. So here is this is day 3. I'm not sure when the title up there says. That must be something left over from day 2. But I have gone through this. So you can see over here, this is my folder, my day 3 folder. And so I've got day 3 video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I open these, you can see that there are these compiled videos. These are files that are unified. So if you look up here on the screen, you see this big screen. This is what I'm putting on the video, and these are the 2 camera views. First thing I've done is synchronize these 2 camera angles so that I can then choose. So you can see the big screen right now. What I'm showing is this. this here that's in yellow, and if I click over to this one, then I would have this angle. So the first thing I do is go in and create these little, I'm not what your kind of file they are, but these are the combined videos, so that if I open up the process clips, you can see these are the actual videos, but I've taken main and B-roll and I've synchronized them to create this one file that then, so that's the first thing I do when I get in here into Premiere, and you can see I've got, all these are day 3, but video 1, 2, 3, and then I've created these, and these are the process. So there's lots of video files. So it's a lot of organization, much like building a house. So I'm kind of there, and I have all those loaded. All of these now are loaded into this timeline. Now I can't show you the full length because I've already edited down quite a bit, and everything in front that's long has not been edited yet. But you can see that even after I've already edited more than half, it's down to 2 hours and 14 minutes left. And right now I am of the rough edit, because I go through this a couple of times. This is the first pass through to get it cut down on my rough edit. So you can see on my rough edit, I am at 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Well, once I get this all compressed down into the interesting stuff, then I'm going to speed it up at least 4 times, probably 6 times. So that 5 minutes that I'm at right now is actually going to be under a minute. So this day will be probably 3 to 5 minutes. Now there will be some others with more technical detail in the future when I'm doing the drawers and things that they will be a bit longer. I'll slow them down a little bit, and I'll pick out those points, because I'm not going to belabor things. I'm going to show you stuff once, and then you can go back and watch it to get the concept. But here's basically the process. So these are, I'll hit play here so you can see in this larger screen, this is what I've chosen to look at here, and this is at normal speed. I haven't sped it up yet. Now I'm getting a little jerkiness here, and that's only because I'm running this 4K video, 2 feeds, as well as recording the screen capture and audio all at the same time. And I do this all on a 2012 MacBook Pro. So it's absolutely amazing that it can take 2 feeds of 4K video and let me roll through them, and the screen capture. If I turn the screen capture off, this really smooths out and makes it a lot easier. But you can see I haven't edited this yet, so it's kind of boring and slow going. But I watch both of these screens and I decide which angle is the best, and I just click on it. And so, for example, if I decide for some reason that this is the screen I want, I'll click on that, and then what it will do is click on it here, click over to it, and then that brings it to the main screen, and that's what I'm recording. So I'm going to hit stop there. That's not, I don't sit there and watch it like that because it's too hard to go through. So I'm going to Command Z and go back. So what I do is I get it going, and rather than hit play, I will hold down the Shift key and hit the right arrow. I can hit the right or left arrow and go forwards and backwards. And I hold it down, and then it kind of speeds along there, and I look at it and I go, okay, I want that spot. I want to start right about there. Well, because I'm going fast, it sort of jumps up there. Then I take my finger off the Shift key, and then I can just push the arrow key back and forward, and I go 1 frame at a time so that I can get this right to where I want to start it. And I say, okay, I'm setting the stop there, and I want to show that. So I'm going to grab with my mouse. I use a combination of keyboard shortcuts and my mouse. There's a lot of ways to do things in Adobe, and people that are much more advanced than me use a lot more keyboard shortcuts. And if you see me edit in a year from now, I'll probably edit totally different. This is what I've learned so far in the last few years, and it gets more and more efficient and more fluid, not unlike my carpentry did over decades. So I'll drag that and say that's my starting point. I'm going to right click and ripple delete, and there are keyboard shortcuts for that, and I know them, but right now this works good for me. Then I will drag this back there. Now if I had audio, one of the other things I've done is I've stripped the audio out because I'm not using the audio. I use the audio only to synchronize the A and B roll. Once it's synchronized and I've got it frame by frame lined up, then I strip the audio out. One, I don't need it, and two, it helps, the computer's not processing audio, so it helps speed things up. But so I do that ripple edit, and I've got it back where I want it, and then I go back to holding the shift key and holding the right arrow, and I watch, and I see, okay, right there. So I showed, getting the stop and moving it to where I want it. I'm going to hit the C key, and then it gives me a little razor blade, and I'm going to just click right on the line that cuts it there. I'm going to hit my V key to go back to the black arrow tool, and then I've got that cut. So now I'm going to go forward until I find the next piece I want. So I'm going to hold the shift key and the right arrow, and I'm watching actually both screens. You see the yellow boxed one, I'm watching those two screens rather than the main screen, because I want to choose the view that is best, to jump back and forth between the cameras. And so there I'm up to the table saw, I've laid that down, don't really need to see that. So I just kind of, look at that and I go, well, there's a lot going on here, I want to speed it up. So now I'll grab my pointer and grab this arrow, and I'm just going to roll through. And this is called scrub, and this is where doing the screen capture is slowing it down, but this is a lot faster, but I'm missing a lot of frames. So this just gets me to see where I want. So I'm moving cameras here. I know I don't want to have that in there. And so that kind of signals me if I'm moving cameras, I'm probably getting an angle that I want. And it looks like I'm going to start doing a little bit of pocket hole. This will be the first time. So it looks like I started that on day 3. I'm setting up the machine. I'm not going to bother showing you that. Okay, so somewhere in there I'm going to find a spot. I'm just going to call it there, and I would drag it over. It's probably not my final edit there. I'm going to go ripple delete. And if I had the audio, this would jump back, but for some reason when I strip the audio, I have to manually bring this back to where I'm at. So then I would do my kind of fast roll through, find the spot that I want. Right there, I'm actually getting ready to grab the handle so I can go back. Okay, so I got the handle there, so I'm going to go back one frame at a time right there. So I'm pulling the handle down right there. So what I'm going to do is just drag that as my starting point, edit to there, and then I'm going to right click and ripple edit. So this is not to teach you how to use Premiere Pro. It is just to show you what I'm doing behind the scenes and let you know that I'm working on it. And just roughly, if I average 10 hours a day, which right now I'm a little higher than that, but hopefully I'll get some things figured out as far as the format I want. I'm still figuring out how I want it to look, but once I'm starting to get a feel for what I want the series to look like and the information that I want to bring along to you. And as I figure that out, I'll probably speed it up a little bit, but let's say I'd average 10 hours per published day. And I've got 37 days, so that's 370 hours. I've got 2 of those days done, and I'm working on the third. So it's going to be a bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep, organizing drawers. There's a few things I'm doing in the Smart Woodshop that, I can't do this all the time because it gets a little boring, and I need a break from it sitting here. And I want to get on my feet, and I got things to do down there, production work I need to take care of. So down doing that, and I've got some tools that are interesting, mostly organizational stuff that I want to show you. So those videos I can do a little quicker, so they'll slow this down a little bit. But again, I don't have it in me to take a month and a half just to edit video and do nothing else. So it'll be a bit, but when it comes out, it'll be worth the wait. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the finished product, the Smart Woodshop, which I've shared with you a lot, and I'll share with you more. And look forward to this series coming along. I don't know how many videos it'll be. Once I get all 37 days done, I may combine some of those shorter days and make a little longer videos, the 3 minutes. Maybe I'll do some 9 minutes where you get 3 days in one. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how I label and stuff. But again, those things I'm going to work out. And but along the way, there'll be 2, 3, 4 videos a week, on what I'm doing, particularly with the Smart Woodshop. and some of the tools and things, so that those that want to move forward, though you won't have this full video series, I'm hoping I can pass on that. And of course, the grand finale is going to be a total tour. I'm going to wait until this is all done before I give you the tour for a couple reasons. One is it's going to be the grand finale. It's going to be the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. But also, I'm still organizing drawers and still fine-tuning things, although the trailer will never be done. I'm never satisfied. I'm always working to improve. Again, I still have things that I'm shifting around, moving around, and making it more efficient. And I want to get as close to that as possible for the grand finale final tour. Well, that's where I'm at. I'm getting ready for the Seahawks. I'll do this a couple more hours and then the game's going to start. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you are interested in getting yourself a set of plans to build your own awesome rolling toolbox or smart, the awesome rolling toolbox plans are there for you to download anytime. And also remember, all of the tools and materials, not all, but most of the tools and materials that I personally use, and only the tools that I personally use, I've put in Ron's Amazon store, and I take credit for that. That's actually my wife that does that. We were answering emails daily on where's this tool, what'd you get, and we were sending links to Amazon daily to people. So we just put the store together so that we can just send the one link or share it on these videos and you can click on it and go. And they don't charge you any extra, but they do give us a small percentage of each order, and that helps support all the time that goes into these videos and things, and all the videos that are coming in the future. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.